Hi, we're going to talk about How I Became a Famous Novelist by Steve Hely. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. This book reminded me very much of Les, whether that was because it was a male narrator or a common writing style. I can't quite put my finger on that. But I very much enjoyed some of the aspects of writing that he touches on. One quote that made me laugh out loud, and I bet will also make a few of you laugh, is this. Quote, writing a novel, actually picking the words and filling paragraphs, is a tremendous pain in the ass. Now that TV is so good and the internet is an endless feast of distraction, it's damn near impossible. That should be taken into account when ranking the all-time greats. Somebody like Charles Dickens, for example, who had nothing better to do except eat mutton and attend public hangings, should get very little credit. Pause for laughter. So, for all of my followers who are also writers, I can imagine that you also got a little bit of a chuckle out of that. It's definitely something to connect with. So this book was one of the selections that was picked out of my work group who wanted to read it, and so we talked about it in a book club meeting. It was a bit hit and miss. I think it depended a lot on the reader. One thing that seemed to really distract a couple of people was the meta nature, how you had an author writing about a guy who was writing a novel. So a lot of people question like how much of this draws on real life, how much of this is autobiographical. It is fiction, so I definitely encourage everybody at the meeting to remember that. But it is a little bit distracting as you're reading the book. Pete Tarslaw as a person was maddening. He reminds me of a few people in real life, which is probably why he was maddening. In his procrastination, his inability to act, and his use of substances. All in all, I would read this book again. I recommend it to male readers. It was actually our sole male participant in the book club who recommended this book to us, and we all decided to read it. But also readers who enjoy contemporary fiction in this sort of meta style. My completion time is about a week.